You not sharing your story, you holding back from sharing your story could be the single biggest mistake that you're making in your life right now. There's a lot of reasons for this. Um, there's a lot of reasons for this. Your story, could be the thing that somebody needs in their life in order to get to that next step. That's one reason. B, as beings that are part of a interconnected collective human experience, by not sharing your story, by holding back your story, by holding back your experiences, everything that you've collected in your unique time and your unique experience on this earth, could be causing you on some level to be disconnected from our collective consciousness, and therefore the abundance that comes with being hooked up and plugged up to that collective experience, from being connected to the one, the one where everything comes from. You not sharing could be what is causing you to not be connected to it. C, you ever heard the saying that everything that you need is within you? You have everything you need right now. Somewhere in your human experience, somewhere in your deep, intensive case study, your soul, rather, or you, rather, when I say you, I'm speaking to your soul, your spirit body, which is having the human experience. Um, somewhere in your deep, extensive case study of the human experience lies some knowledge, some expertise, some experience that could be providing for you, that could be taking care of all of your physical needs in the human experience. There's a reason why people that share their stories on these social media apps, like YouTube, like I'm doing, and like I'm going to continue to do, and like I'm speaking to you to do as well, there's a reason why people are making tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars per month from these platforms, from sharing and connecting with the collective consciousness, with connecting with people. Sharing your story is super important, It is super important. It is so important. Um, why did I decide to start sharing my story? Well, personally, I felt like at this stage of life that I'm at right now, I feel like a, I'm a self-aware person. I'm the self-aware artist. I'm a self-aware artist. And I've spent a lot of time doing a lot of self-work. I have taken chances and I've taken leaps that many people can only watch from the ground, or just are not there at that point of their journey yet. Um, and I feel like I'm speaking to you now from coming out on the other side of a lot of work, a lot of bold steps, leaps of faith. I mean, currently I'm existing in a dream of mine, a reality that I dreamed of once before. I'm in a place where I have the space, freedom to explore myself, to create, to heal, to work on myself. I'm in a space where the air is fresh. It is conducive. I'm in a space where it's conducive for me to grow as a person, for me to create as a person, for me to exist and deepen my authenticity as a being. I'm in Thailand. I'm in Krabi, Thailand. Um, The fruits are delicious and natural and grow from the trees. And we literally get the fruits from the trees. They bring us the fruit from trees. The vegetables are the same way. Um, Cannabis is legal out here, of which, I'm actually even slowing down a little bit, but I enjoy cannabis as well, and it's legal here. Um, I have my own space. I have my own space to think, to create, to write, to sleep, to heal, to meditate. I have my own space. And my partner, Manazlin, is next door. She has her own space. But we're in a shared space together, but we have space to be our authentic selves, to give each other room, to grow. And we have an extremely beautiful, loving relationship that inspires me every day, that shows me that love can grow every single day. This is a dream experience. This is a dream reality, especially compared to where I was just a year and a half ago. Where I could say a year and a half ago, I was disconnected from myself. There's a song that I talk about this. It's called Doo Doo. You can find it. Ayotemi Doo Doo. You'll hear about it. I was in a toxic relationship, coming out of a toxic relationship, or like in the final stages of a toxic relationship that I didn't know at the time. But like, I was disconnected from myself, my own emotions. I was in an environment that was unconducive for me in my house, in my mom's house. Sorry. It was unconducive for me in my artistry, my vision, and who I am meant to be, who I'm becoming and being on a daily basis now. I was in a country that was unconducive for me. I was in scarcity mindset. I was in survival mode. My nervous system was extremely dysregulated and triggered on a daily basis. I was so angry on a deep part of myself that I wasn't even aware of. That was my inner teenager. You've heard of inner child? Maybe you haven't heard of inner teenager. My inner teenager was extremely angry, justfully, rightfully so. Um, having to fight for my existence. And we'll talk about that more. That sounds really deep, but like, when I say fighting for my existence, I mean fighting for I was very angry before. And along the journey from there to here, I have been very self-aware, very conscious, and very intentional about my growth. Partly because of what I spoke about in my last video with feeling and being able to feel myself and navigate my own emotional state so that I can progress, so that I can peel back the layers more and more until I feel right. And I can honestly say now, I feel right. I feel blessed. I feel at peace. I have attained a state of being that I know many people are on their way to. And I'm sharing my story as an act of service to help people like you, if you're still watching, to get to where you want to get to. It is possible to get to your dream desired reality. It is possible to get to your dream desired reality that you have for yourself right now, like the next step. It doesn't even have to be the final step, the boss mode. It doesn't have to be that just yet. It is possible for you to get to the next step of your life that will bring you the most peace, the most joy, and make it the most conducive for you to continue in your journey. It is possible, no matter how broken you might feel, no matter how far left, how far off you might feel, no matter what you've been told, no matter what conditioning you have in your mind, no matter who told you that you wouldn't or couldn't be shit, it is possible for you to exist as your highest possible version right now. And I say that to give some hope because, yo, let me tell you a little bit about me. Like, I am, I'm definitely privileged compared to some, like my brothers and sisters in Palestine and in Congo, and my brothers and sisters in Nigeria that are poor. Or shit, my brothers and sisters in America that are poor. I'm privileged compared to some, but I do not come from a life of privilege. I don't come from a silver spoon in my mouth. I don't come from a whole and healed family, you know? I was raised by an immigrant mother from Nigeria who raised me and my brother practically by herself. Um, you know, uh, a broken home where, you know, my father is in a different country with his own family, another family. Um, you know, I came up wearing Echo and Limited in high school. They're just, that's so funny. That's not, that, just to even call that like a problem. It's hilarious. To even call that a problem is hilarious. Excuse me. Excuse me. To even call that a problem is hilarious. But basically, what I'm saying is that, like, I wasn't set up for success all the way. You know what I mean? Um, my direct biological family lives in America. All of my extended family pretty much lives in Nigeria or London. I don't know nothing about no Asia. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is possible, okay, for you. If I could do it, you can do it, okay? It is possible. It is possible. And that is why I'm sharing my story. That is why I have to share my story. Also have to testify the things that God has brought me through. The place where God has set me right here on top of this hill, on top of this mountain. I'm also called, I feel divinely called to share these experiences, to share what I've overcome in alignment with God. I'm nothing without God. I wouldn't be here without God, without Source, without the Most High guiding me every single day, guiding me back, guiding me forward. Without the faith that I have in the Most High that allows me to take a leap, like just coming out here. Yo, where I'm at right now, it was not planned and it's perfect. It's literally perfect for me. Me and Manazlin came out here from Bali, what, 3 weeks ago now? And we knew we wanted to move. We knew we wanted to get into, we were in Bali. And I know for a lot of people, Bali sounds like paradise. For us, it was super congested. Way too much exhaust fumes in the air. Way too many people. Way too congested. It was stressful. Every time you're leaving the house is stressful. Um, there was a couple things, and I mean, love Bali. Like our community is there and everything. Um, but yeah, like we knew we wanted to move. We knew that it didn't feel conducive for, like, for me to be able to like shoot videos and be in a clear headspace, be mentally free, creatively free. It was not a conducive environment for that, and we knew that the next phase of our life revolved around sharing, around giving, around cultivating ourselves, our creativity, and putting it into the world, giving these gifts that we were blessed with into the world. Um, and so we felt it, And so we moved. And upon moving, we connected with somebody that connected us with this place. And that was just through divine order. We wouldn't have had the faith to make that move, knowing that, listening to ourselves, listening to, the messages that are coming from the Most High. We wouldn't have had that clearness to listen, to move together in faith, and to move if it wasn't for God. So I give all glory to the Most High. Yeah, that's why I decided to start sharing. I have so much to share. Also, as an artist that creates music, for a really long time, I would live these insane experiences. Like, for example, leaving home to begin a nomadic journey about a year and a half ago without really much planned, with a small amount of money coming in each month from streaming, to ending up in Texas and LA, and then making it to Bali. The story is so crazy, bro. But now I'll live all of that. I'll encapsulate it into a music project where my artistry is very much so in alignment with my experience. I'm an artist. So I'll encapsulate it into this body of work, this beautiful, multi-layered, multi-dimensional, deep body of work. And I'll give that to the world and be very confused when people didn't understand it or didn't receive the full gravity of it, the depth of it. I feel like that's a lot of us. I feel like a lot of people watching this right now can resonate with that. They're like, you put a lot into a creation, you share it with the world, and it's just not to the point that, like, now you just put it out and you don't even really say anything about it because it's like, if you're not going to care anyway, right? People aren't going to care anyway. I think a lot of us got it wrong. It's like being a tree, going through the entire journey of coming from being a seed in the ground, under the ground, to springing forth through all these seasons, growing into this massive tree that then at full maturity is now producing fruit. And all the tree wants to share is the fruit. You are the tree, okay? I am the tree. There's a lot that goes into the making of this fruit that also needs to be shared. And at times, the journey of a seed growing to a fruit might be what somebody needs even more than just the sweetness of the fruit that communicates the love, the nutrient, the juice, the joy of the fruit. All of the story of the tree's life is encapsulated in the essence and the experience of that fruit. But I think, and I invite you, that the trees need to share the story of how the fruit exists, that it makes the fruit 10 times sweeter, and that the actual story is what people are needing more now. People are waiting for you to share that story, to help them to create their fruit. The thing is also, we are in a creator to creator world now. Everybody's a creator. If you haven't realized it, you are a creator. I am a creator, which means we are creators serving creators. With my tree analogy, imagine if the tree was producing fruit, but he was just producing fruit for other trees. You know? Because in the tree analogy, there's the creator and then there's a consumer. And the creator is specifically the creator and the consumer specifically the consumer. But now we're realizing that we're all trees. So trees need to teach and help other trees to grow because they are trees and they will produce fruit. That's a really good freaking analogy, bro. Off the tip, and also because I'm looking at these glorious palm trees um, in the back for my room. This is not the most glamorous shot, but for myself, I figure like I'm waiting for like the perfect weather so you guys can see how beautiful my environment is. And in order for me to get this messages out, I just need to sit down and talk. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, that's why it's super important to share your story. People will resonate so much more with your fruit. People are trees, and so you're teaching them how you grew, and the things you're learning as you're growing will help them grow. People that trees that are just not as far along in your journey as a tree as you are. I'm no better than anybody watching this video. I'm no better than anyone watching this video. I might just be a little further in my journey than you are. And that is why I'm able to now embrace the position as a guide in your life. I'm not here to compete with you to be the main character in your life. That's your job. You are the main character in your life, and you're doing a damn good job. I am a guide to help you as you craft your journey, giving you certain things that I had to live through that you don't have to necessarily go through and spend all the time. Part of my human design is the martyr, which means that like I was doing this anyway, but it makes a lot of sense that like I am meant to go and experience. I'm a trailblazer. I'm meant to go and experience. I'm probably the first person ever in my family, in my generational line to come to Thailand. You feel me? Like to explore Southeast Asia the way I have. To explore some of the depths of the human experience the way that I have in being self-aware. I mean, this is a quick sidebar. I was just, politicking with AI about quantum physics. Like this stuff really interests me. Like the fabric and the nature of our reality, of the human experience and the experience of reality, how it relates, how we influence it. Um, these things are some things that really, really uh, energize me and really interest me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been like that for a long time. The things that I've learned, the things that I've seen, the things that I've explored, investigated, you don't have to spend, especially the youth, especially if you're a youth watching this, Gen Z, I want you to go and experience life. But doing it with some of the things that we will continue to explore on this channel will make your life experience so much more rich, so much deeper. You'll accelerate so much faster. A lot of the very intentional conditioning and programming that I've had to unlearn, that they're really going to work on the new generations, yo. They're really going to work right now in the Western world. It's part of the reason why I left. I'm here in Thailand because, yo, what the fuck is going on, bro? You know? So maybe you're not able to literally put your head above water, free yourself from that world, from that environment. Sharing my story, that is why I'm sharing my story and sharing my insights to give, you know what I'm saying? You feel me, man. You feel me? And it's the same reason why it is so important for you to share your story. There are people, it doesn't matter. Like, what's this thing said? There's a lot of things. Okay, I kind of want to get ahead of myself. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Okay. The impact that sharing my story has had on others and myself is profound. It's amazing. I have regular discussions with folks in the Web3 space, through Twitter Spaces, and there's people in there that have witnessed a lot of my journey, like from the point of, leaving that toxic relationship, going through the process of healing from that the right way, leaving America, leaving the Western world to go to Southeast Asia, the different parts and the different specific days and situations that have happened. I've shared, some of the intricacies in the spaces with people, and it's always incredible because the thing is, like, we are a collective consciousness. Like I said, we're all trees. So it's crazy what happens in a discussion when something that you are experiencing, a revelation that you are making, is connecting with another person who maybe, because the way vibration works and the way vibration attracts people together, just like it attracted you to this video, people that are in the same vibrational frequency, it's amazing to see what happens when we start to bounce ideas back and forth of what, revelations we're making in our particular journey. What that can do, how that can accelerate people's journey, change people's life now, like now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the impact is phenomenal on other people. It's also amazing for myself because part of preparing to start sharing these videos and sharing my thoughts and sharing my experiences, I had to really reflect on what my experiences were. As human beings, you being you every single day, it can be very easy to lose track of what you're experiencing, the things that you're doing, the wins, the amazing things that you've done, the amazing insights that you've come to, the beautiful things that you've heard, the things you've overcome, the testimonies, the valleys that you've come out of and emerged out of. It can be easy to forget about that and not look at it as a chronological story of what led you from there to here. Reflecting and sharing your own story is profound for that. It helps to tie the threads of what connects your life and your human experiences and your growth, which, the way I see life, is kind of hard to see on a 2D, but it's like a spiral going up. And each time you go around the spiral, it's your journey, you come back to that same point, but at a higher level, at a different level. That is the nature of growth. That is the nature of healing as far as I see it. And it's so beautiful to see in your own journey how far you've come. It's important because, like, your story teaches you, just like your story teaches others. My story teaches me, just like it teaches other people. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah, the power of vulnerability, the next part. The power of vulnerability, it can help create authentic connections. There's people that I'm going to connect with through sharing my story, and I cannot wait to connect with you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. There's people that I'm going to connect with through sharing my authentic experiences, through being vulnerable, that connect on a level that is just so fulfilling and will be such a blessing to me for us to connect. For the star seeds, for the indigo children, for the rainbow children to connect on this plane, to create together, to build together, to share space together, to share interactions and conversations together. That's the power of sharing your vulnerability, your tribe, your community. How can they find you if you're not sharing who you are? Or if you're only sharing the most beautiful, most pristine fruits of your experience and not the depths that went into making it? It connects us on a much deeper level when we're able to speak and share and, like, connect via love. You feel me? So excited to meet y'all. I got some dope shit to share. So, the healing aspects of opening up. Absolutely. It's very healing to share yourself, to be naked. You know, this is my third video. This is my third official video. Maybe I shouldn't say the number of them, but yo, this is my third one, and it has been extremely healing. I remember the actual first one I'm not even releasing because like I watched it back and it literally looked like I was being interrogated. I was sitting there like mad because it's an uncomfortable feeling. It can be uncomfortable to be vulnerable. And that uncomfort, on the other side of that uncomfort, is being healed. That uncomfort is a healing process. It is very natural for us to share and to be real with people. It's crazy to be saying this, to be experiencing it, and to be observing all at the same time. But it's very healing to share your story. Boom. A lot of common fears about sharing include fear of judgment. You're scared that people might judge you. People might look at your story and start pointing the finger at you. And this is the thing. There's a lot of truth to circumvent that feeling. But excuse me. Coconut water. There's a lot of different things, truths to circumvent that feeling. But I think a really major one is just that like I said before, we are all creators. Everybody is the main character of their own story, bro. People will judge themselves before they judge you. It's not about that. Like that in itself, it's a blockage to even go towards that way of thinking is a manifestation of an unhealthy belief system. It's not even about being judged. It's not about you judging me. This is about your journey. I'm living my life. You're living your life. The people that are going to be watching your story are living their lives. Exactly. Yes. I confused myself. The people that are watching your story, you're living your life, right? They're living their lives. If you have anything to help, to contribute, that is all that is needed. Don't worry about being judged. Don't worry about being judged. Okay? Leave that. Feeling that your story is not important enough. Crucial L, crucial fail as far as like perspective. You don't even know what your story, I don't even know what my story is going to do for people. You don't know what your story can do for people. It is important simply because of the fact that it is a case study. Like I said, you're a soul inhabiting a human body, having a human experience. That is a case study. That is science. It's important simply because it's an experiment being run, period. Whatever happened is important enough. Whatever it is important enough for somebody, for the person, the right person, that because of vibration will be attracted to you. There's an affirmation that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video that very powerful. It comes from a book called Ask and It Is Given by Esther Hicks. I think Jeffrey and Esther Hicks. I'm going to share it at the end of the video once I've completed these points. You don't have to work, like vibrationally, you will connect with those that are like you. It's a beautiful nature of the law of this existence. Share your story. Lastly, on this point, worry about privacy. That's good. That's good. Share what needs to be shared. You don't have to, like for example, when I speak about the 4-year relationship that I was in toxic relation, to end the toxic. I'm not going to give you, I mean, in my ebook, and in some of my deeper offerings, I will give some more insight. Of course, always protecting her, her identity, I'm not here to badmouth nobody, but you don't have to share things that are unnecessary to share. And if you're talking about your own human experience, then yeah, you can share as much as you want to share. Talking about yourself, how you felt, how you overcame, what you were thinking, these are the things to focus on. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, don't share too much. Like I said, I'm in Krabi, Thailand. I didn't tell you where exactly I'm staying, so nobody pulls up. You feel me? So yeah, you can pick and choose what you want to share. But yeah, don't let these things stop you from sharing your story, bro. Do not let these things stop you from sharing your story. Don't let these things block you from, like I said in the beginning, changing somebody's life more than you could ever imagine. Not listening to the calling. I forgot the 3 things I said exactly. Not listening to the calling on your life to share your experience and your testimony with the world. And also, there are ways now, especially, to monetize who you are, what you've experienced. You've been through enough. Like, what you have been through right now is enough to pay for you and the rest of your family and the rest of your generation's lives forever if you set it up the right way. So do not let, these little worries stop you from sharing who you are, sharing your story, letting us get to know you. You know what I'm saying? You got this. Now, how to start sharing your story? We'll talk about that another time. I think that is good for this video. Like I promised, the affirmation that I want to share with you. Actually, hold on, let me see. Maybe there's something else. Okay. Nice. I'm glad I did that. Call to action. I want you to practice, okay? In the comments of this video, I want you to share an aspect of your story. Share a snippet of your story. Something that you've just learned recently from something that happened in your life, a lesson that you learned and the context of what created that lesson, a song or a piece of art that you created and the context around what contributed to that art being created. Share that in the comments. I would love to hear, I would love to read some of you guys' stories. And it's a great exercise for you because it's like, yo, you're going to be surprised who else in the comments needed to hear what you're about to type. It's part of the beautiful nature of being a human in this collective. Share your story. Share it in the comments. Subscribe. Subscribe for more content on personal growth and artistic expression. Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, this is my 3rd video. This is also a way for us to grow together. You know what I'm saying? This is a new page. I invite you to share. I invite you to join in, share too. You share too. I'll watch your videos. You know what I'm saying? Send them through. Like, let's share. Let's expand. Let's grow. Let's build. That's what we're doing here on this channel. All right? The Self-Aware Artist. Now, for the affirmation that I promised you. This comes from a being called Theo from the beginning of Ask and It Is Given. It is a very powerful affirmation that goes with sharing your story, sharing your gifts, connecting vibrationally with those that are meant to connect with you. The affirmation is this. I, put your name in the blank. So I, Ayutami, see and draw to me through divine love those beings that seek enlightenment through my process. The sharing will elevate us both now. Okay, we'll say it again. I, your name, I, Ayutami, see and draw to me through divine love those beings that seek enlightenment through my process. The sharing will elevate us both now. This affirmation calls in those that are vibrationally meant to receive your story. This is not a matter of views and numbers and likes and competition. This is a matter of what is attracting that which naturally is and growing together naturally as it's meant to be. Okay? So, yes, this is your sign to share your story. I look forward to it. Thanks for tapping in. The Self-Aware Artist, Ayotemi 1. We're doing this.